If you have ever shopped at Walgreens or you have a Walgreens in your city, then you need to watch this entire video because the CEO of Walgreens just said that they are going to have to close down a significant number of stores. And I want to break down why this is, what we are seeing, and what Amazon actually has to do with this. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So just the other day, we learned that Walgreens is going to close a significant number of US stores. They're going to shut down many unprofitable locations. But why? Well, I'm going to get to that in just a minute because it actually has to do with Amazon. But look at this. I want to read a little bit of this article from CNN. It says, Walgreens is set to close a substantial number of its roughly 8,600 locations across the United States as the company looks to reset the struggling pharmaceutical chain's business. It says the company didn't announce a specific number of store closures, but it said on Thursday that it is planning significant closures of underperforming stores across America as part of a multi-year optimization program. Goes on to say, CEO Tim Wentworth said on a call with analysts Thursday that changes are imminent for the roughly 25% of stores that aren't profitable, and Walgreens' strategic review will include the closure of a significant portion of these underperforming stores. He went on to say, and I quote, "We are at a point where the current pharmacy model is not sustainable, and the challenges in our operating environment require we approach the market differently." Now, what does this mean? Well, here's what I can tell you. 25% of their locations, roughly 25%, aren't profitable. They have 8,600 stores, has 2,150 locations, okay, that they are potentially going to shut down because they are unprofitable. Now, why are they not making money? It has to do with their pharmaceutical business. The pharmacy is what is not making money. The other parts of the business, like the photo center, the groceries, the makeup and stuff like that, that's still doing fairly well. But again, that's a secondary item that people come in and buy. The first thing people think of when they think of Walgreens is pharmaceuticals, medicine. Well, it actually has to do with Amazon. Amazon is making it so much easier for somebody to just purchase their prescription or whatever they need online on Amazon.com, and it gets shipped right to their house. Just look at this. This is actually just from like 10 days ago, a little bit more than that. It says, RX Pass from Amazon Pharmacy expands access to Prime members on Medicare. Now, what is RX Pass? Well, RX Pass, let me just give you a quick little idea of it. It says Amazon's Pharmacy's RX Pass now offers Prime members on Medicare unlimited access to 60 eligible prescription medications for just $5 a month, plus fast and free shipping. That is the reason why. That is why we are seeing Walmart's business model get disrupted because of Amazon. Let me read this to you. It says, a Medicare beneficiary who takes at least one medication available through RX Pass could save approximately $70 per year, and a beneficiary who takes 2 or more medications could save even more. If all Medicare beneficiaries transition to eligible medications to RX Pass, Medicare spending would be reduced by nearly $2 billion, and customer out-of-pocket spending would also decrease. RX Pass, I talked about this a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. They are making it so easy for somebody to get a medication for only $5. For many people, they spend $10 on each medication, some spending $40 to maybe $60. I talked to somebody probably a week or two ago, and they were saying that they were spending an enormous amount of money just on their medications alone. that some days at the end of the month, if they didn't have any money, or if they had to choose, they would choose their medications first over food, because they couldn't live without the medication, but they could live at least a couple days without food, or they could ration. That's where things are going to. So again, I bring this to your attention because Walgreens is now starting to consider shutting down their business, certain unprofitable locations. But what's this going to do to the economy? What's this going to do for your city? Well, think about this. Walgreens, if you drive down any major street, chances are you're going to see a Walgreens somewhere on the corner. Walgreens is always on the corner. And the reason why this is going to turn into a problem is because what is that location going to turn into? What is it going to turn into? Because I bet you in previous years, maybe 10, 15 years ago, we were seeing gas stations on those corners. Now it's a Walgreens. But what about when that Walgreens goes out of business? You going to see a new McDonald's? You going to see another fast food restaurant? Right? What are you going to see? An office building? Probably not. Okay? You're not going to see a gas station. Gas stations, again, this is troubling, but gas stations are on the way out. We are not going to see as many gas stations here in the United States because they're trying to go electric. Whether they succeed or not, we don't know. But again, business owners are not going to put gas stations in just to see in the next 5-10 years that gas station has to be ripped out and we are starting to put in electric charging stations. Could that corner be an electric charging station? Potentially. But again, do you have an electric vehicle? Does it even matter to you? These are all things that you need to keep in mind and you need to consider, because right now, with so many different retailers potentially going out of business, or like Walgreens potentially shutting down maybe 25% of their unprofitable locations, what could this mean for your city, your town? Right? What could this mean? Now, the one thing I can tell you when it comes to all these retail locations shutting down, it has to do with finances. It has to do with theft. That many places in California shut down during the last 1 to 2 years because of the increased amount of theft, and yet police officers couldn't do a thing about it. Store employees could not stop somebody from stealing a bunch of products from their stores. We see this all the time at Walgreens. We see it at stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. We see it a little bit at Costco. It's happening all over the place. But again, this is just causing more problems for all of us, because right now as prices go up, if these stores can't remain profitable, guess what? They eventually will close. And that's exactly what the CEO of Walgreens is saying, that these stores, they're not making any money. They're unprofitable, so we're likely to turn a different direction and we will shut these down. So that is what I have for you guys today. Again, just a quick little warning. This is happening, so be aware that your favorite store, you may love going to Walgreens, but it might be on its way out. So we'll see what happens moving forward. The one thing I can promise you is I will be here every step of the way and I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you guys on the next one.